checking in and see how everyone is planning to spend their weekend. I am just now leaving a charity event for the United Way. It was a clay shoot where everyone got delayed because the animal people and the cops had to come out from everywhere. Fun to watch. The ranch doesn't want us shooting the snakes. Obviously, one, because it's the snakes are beneficial. Hey, thank you, Dan. The other is because they don't want to idiots with shotguns shooting at the ground because somebody will get hurt. Hey, KP. So, yeah, we shot decently. It was a nice day for it. It's just now hitting 80. Oof, a little bit off-roading there. 85 degrees. Had a nice wind coming in from the south, so it kept it kind of cool. Not overly hot. But folks, hopefully we raised a bunch of money for the United Way. I know I've seen their programs down in Houston and out here in West Texas, and they do a lot of good for the teenagers. So that's always, if you can give back. It's storming here. We could use a little bit of rain out here, brother. If we in our community can give back a little bit to the people around us, that's never a bad thing. And there's different ways one can go about it, whether you donate or money or donate time, donate food, whatever the case is. Keep in mind, if you do have prep, still in the original packaging, I don't think they'll accept anything you've Mylar or you've pressure canned yourself. But if you, oh, that looks funky. But if you have canned goods that have not expired yet, you can actually donate them to a lot of organizations. And hey, Kane Corso, what's going on? It's funny because if I see people, because sometimes I'll miss you, I try to shout people out or say hi. And I had someone come into one of my comments and go, "You kept shouting out to people, I can't watch your channel." I'm like, okay, well, scroll on, bye. And then they got mad at me because I don't know what they were expecting me to say. And it's like, why are you even watching the video if it offends you? Like, it seemed like one of those people who looks for reasons to create conflict. And hey, Neil, nobody really wants that. Nobody wants to deal with that, with stupid things going on. Yeah, like I said, folks, if you get a chance, shout to me and I will get mad. Well, yeah, and what's funny, the person was not in the chat. Like, I didn't hear I didn't see that name at all in the live stream. And then they come back later to complain. I was kidding. They come back later to complain that I was saying hi to too many people in my own chat. I'm like, and it's always an account that has either nothing or has 2 followers, and they're usually people who have gaming or anime shit on them. Like, basically dumbasses. I don't know. I've had some gamers jump on some of my channels, and I'm always happy to talk about tech and games too, but it's like, what are you doing? And like, YouTube needs to do a better job of removing stupid people. They ban the accounts who actually put stuff out. Oh, I didn't see that. Pete watch my shows, I watch his too. Yeah, I mean, we try whenever, and people are busy, right? Everyone's working, we're traveling. My camera keeps going off to the right, to the left. But yeah, we're all busy, we're trying to get things done, and we jump into each other's channels as much as we can. If you miss it, you leave a comment, and that's fine, just help each other out. I mean, if they want to put angry comments, that's fine, I don't care. I don't understand people's rationale. I will tell you, Angry Prepper had some good comments. I don't know if y'all saw his live stream. I was able to finally jump into one of his. It's been a while. And he was talking about some calls the fire department had. And he said the houses were like they were out of a horror movie. Oh, they think you're spamming. I could see that if they've never seen you before, they're like, what the hell? But he was saying one house had black mold up wall, and the guy kept it super hot and would keep the tub full of water so that it would grow mold. Like he was trying to create a swamp in the apartment. And another person had apparently didn't have toilet paper, so they used their hands in the wall in the bathroom. And he asked the landlord, like, what the hell is this? And they said, we can't do anything. I'm privileged to work for myself, so I can jump in and watch the videos when I can. Well, thanks, Miko. And yeah, I do the same thing. It's you know, I get breaks because my schedule's kind of erratic, so I get these weird breaks in the middle of nowhere. Or somebody will wake me up at 3, and then I get woken up, and I'm like, well, I can't go back to sleep, so I'll jump into some live stream at 2, 3 a.m., come say hi, and then leave a like. But yeah, it's he was talking about people acting bizarre, just people acting wild, and people being nasty. And you know, yesterday, and I don't know what prompted this. Yesterday, I dropped breakfast off at my wife's office, and I got a call, and my phone was getting blown up, and I'm like, okay, I need to pull over because it was a little more than just taking a call on Bluetooth. Like, it was people were blowing me up. I'm like, let me find the parking spot, and I'm gonna, you know, sit down and take all these calls and kind of focus on what I'm doing. And there's this car with a handicap sign leaving a FedEx. Like, there was one of those FedEx places. Hey, LMD. One of those FedEx places where you drop your packages. And there was this car with a handicap sign was pulling out. And there's this young girl, maybe 20 years old. Not a girl, young woman, coming in a pickup truck. Her tailgate was down. And the handicap car sees the pickup and gets in the middle of the lane for parking and blocks her. And then moves to the side, rolls the window down, and waves the woman over. So the two cars are now like opposite, where the driver's windows are facing each other. I don't know what was said, but the handicapped vehicle suddenly speeds off, and the person in the pickup truck, the young woman, gets down, closes her tailgate, she's crying, and she turns around and goes, "Ma'am, why would you say that? Ma'am," and the other one took off. And then this girl, so if she's calling her ma'am, clearly she doesn't know who the person is. The girl got pissed, runs back to her truck, and takes off after the handicap car. And I was half tempted to follow to see what was going on. And I'm like, you know what? Not my circus, not my monkeys. Nope. But it looks like the lady in that handicapped vehicle, or handicap plated vehicle, just got offended by this person driving with the tailgate down, and just pulled over and got ugly to this 20-year-old and left her crying, and then drove off. And then the 20-year-old got angry and went after her. And I'm like, you see, what was the purpose of that? Yeah, Neil, exactly. Play stupid game. What did that solve? You roll the window down. Hey, honey, look, your tailgate's down. You don't want your stuff to fall out. Oh, okay, thank you. If they get ugly, all right, fine, go get fleas. I don't care. But why would you go and just tell something horrendous for no reason? And I mean, that exchange couldn't have been a minute and a half. And when the younger woman got down to close her tailgate, she was already in tears. And I'm like, what, is your life so miserable? And people act like that. People act like this, and then now the kid's pissed off, and now it escalates, right? Because she goes after the old woman or the other person, wherever the hell it was, and she's probably going to punch her in their own driveway. And what did that accomplish? And I've gotten to the point that if it's not my circus and not one of my monkeys or giraffes, I don't want any part of the circus. Hey, good morning, Moonsprout. It's not necessary to be ugly to people for absolutely no reason, because you're having a bad day. Like the Chick-fil-A lady, I parked next to her. I was in my parking spot, like in the yellow. I wasn't crowding on the left or on the right. Plenty of room for any grown adult to get in and out. And she came out cursing at me because I parked too close. And you MFing people, you park too close and you're entitled. What are you talking about? I want my fucking breakfast. I don't want you. And she came back in, start yelling at my wife, and I told her, I said, you need to get out of the Chick-fil-A or you're gonna go to the ground and we're calling the cops. She's like, you're not gonna touch me. I said, you threaten my wife again, I'm gonna touch you. And we got you on camera yelling at people. All these people here are watching you right now. So congratulations, you won the shithead award. Go away, or we're calling the cops. And if you put hands on anyone, I'm putting you on the ground. I don't care if you're a woman. If you want to go there, we'll go there. And she told me to go F myself, and then she drove off, and she screeched out of the parking lot, almost hit some poor lady coming out of the drive-thru. Why? Because I parked next to her. She said, you could have parked in 20 other spots. I don't want to park 100 yards away because you don't want your nasty minivan to be damaged. You know, if I ding it, it probably would be better. But why? What is wrong with people doing this shit? Like, I just don't understand. Oh no, I mean, if she comes and tries to put hands on my wife, I'm just going to bring her to the ground, and I'm going to put a knee on her, and we'll call the cops and let the cops come resolve it. But it's like, why? Why would you threaten people because I parked next to you in Chick-fil-A? I didn't crowd you. You had plenty of room. If anything, she parked crooked because she had a tire up on the curb. You already can't drive. You're retarded. Don't do that. What? And so as she's leaving, by the way, this is the fun part. As she's leaving, she goes, well, it's nice you have a husband to take care of you. And my wife said, you're a crazy bitch. That's why you have no husband. And she was about to come in. I said, leave. And then I looked at my wife. I'm like, really? Way to de-escalate, girl. And she looks at me and she goes, I couldn't help it. It was just the minute she said that, it popped out of my mouth. I told my wife, that's why I have to conceal carry. It's not because of me, it's because of you. And yeah, and then I got a sugar packet thrown at me, right? Because I'm being the great guy. Jeez. Y'all would love her if she was on a rant on YouTube, but then she'd get both of us kicked off YouTube. So it's always the little ones. My wife's one of those little brunettes, and they always say the snarkiest shit. But anyway, yeah, it was. That's why you don't have a husband. And what's sad is she was yelling at the girl trying to give her soda. You took so damn long. Like everyone was. She was just yelling at everybody. And it's like, why? What have you accomplished? It's like Jason last night on his live stream. He's like, why are we letting someone who clearly cannot take care of themselves putting their droppings on the wall of their bathroom? That person should be in a supervised facility. No, she wasn't wearing a mask, but she was one of those people that everyone else should have been wearing a mask around her, because I think she's more cooties than anybody. Hey, Pilgrim. So, anywho, folks, people are just being nasty. They're being weird. They're being belligerent. They're threatening for no reason. Just, if you see stupid, avoid it. Just walk away. Be gone with it. Just decide, not today, Satan, and go the other way. And just move on. None of us need that. We just don't need. We don't need the drama. There's so many things going on. 2 blocks. Oh, 12 RVs. Ooh. I didn't see all of that. Sorry, Neil. But yeah. Oh, they dumped their poop board. Call the cops. That's illegal. Yeah, that's a violation. They should get a ticket for that. There is a guy on a bike and a folding chair. He's just sitting on the side of the road. He's going to get hit by a semi. I just don't understand why people are being so insane. Did it get worse in the last few years, or are we just noticing it more? Put 1 if you think it's getting worse. Put 2 if you think we're better at noticing it, and it's been this bad. I actually think it's gotten worse because we've allowed it to get worse. But it could be that I'm paying attention more too. 1 and 2. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so you're thinking it's getting worse. I don't know if it's the arm ticket. I don't, as Angry Prepper calls it, the arm ticket or the arm candy, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if it's just we've allowed people to be nasty and vile. And so now they think they can do that and it's okay. But yeah, protect your peace and protect your family and just avoid the crazy. And listen to your gut. If you're walking down the street and you see weird or belligerent, avoid it. Just not today, Satan, not today. But anyway, folks, I just wanted to share that message with you. Avoid the angry. People start to escalate with you. I know the temptation's to kick someone's ass. I get it. But then what's going to happen when good people respond to the idiot? 95% of the time, it seems to be the good person that gets put in jail or gets a ticket. Just walk away unless you have no other option, or unless your wife tells them that they don't have a husband because she's a crack whore or whatever it was that popped out of my wife. Yeah, that was not de-escalation, by the way. Something I've talked to her repeatedly about, because it's just, she's really quick-witted and when she's angry and the stuff just pops out of her. And yeah, she can be mean girl very quickly. So, but anyway, folks, look, avoid the stupid, avoid the ugly. Just walk away from it. We don't need it, but pay attention to it. Notice it. Pay attention to it. If there's a pattern somewhere in certain areas, look for it. Because if you notice certain areas attract more stupid, avoid that area. And get to know where you're going. Get to know what's around you. But you folks, be good, be safe, and avoid the crazy. And a Florida man appears. Hey, Tuck. Just avoid the crazy. You just don't need it. You don't need it. And you guys be good. Have a great weekend. I will see you all later on.